What's a problem of yours that would be solved if someone just gave you $5,000? College is withholding my transcripts until I pay $3,000. This may or may not work with your college, but when I had the same problem I called up the registrar and they said they would send a copy directly to a company I was interviewing with so it wouldn't stop me from getting a job and paying them back. It's worth a try if you're in the same position. AWW, damn, that sucks. When I finished undergrad, some last minute fees ended up leaving me owing $100. I moved across the country and only had $1,500 by the time I got to $expensive city. Luckily it was a great place for my degree and I had several interviews immediately and was offered a job shortly after. I was down to about $800 and the place I was going to work at needed to verify my degree. My college refused to do that until I paid that $100. Begged, pleaded, and still they refused. I had to call my best friend and have him pay it, thank God, but it fucking sucked. US colleges have really done their best to fuck over their students in every way imaginable. They can't do that. You legally own them. I filed for bankruptcy and my school tried the same thing. They demanded I pay. I told them what my lawyer told me I owned those transcripts and they can't hold them from me. I got them that day. I'm at the stage of life where $5,000 is tough to come up with, but getting $5,000 won't put a dent in my debts. Yes. That awkward 20-50 age. Right. I need $50,000 to make a difference in my life. Damn, only a few years ago I would have had a bunch of answers to this question, but right now I got nothing. I have been taking my newfound financial security for granted. Thanks for the reality check. I really appreciate this comment. Nice. Fucking right. This question immediately sent me into a panic. Like I was a 21-year-old college kid again, and overextended myself. And I was back there in that shit. Credit card debt. All that. I could probably gift $5,000 to a couple of people and have my wife not notice, but I don't know. Am I that well off? I don't think so. I'm still terrified of being $5,000 in the hole, when I can pay that right now for me, much less some internet rando. Goddamn, man. I'm 20 years on from that, but that debt fear is real and it stays. Edit. Fuckers, stop asking me. Goddamn, my wife would think I have 35 thirsty bitches. Gonna stay up all night listening to Nathaniel Ratliff and get real. I'd use it to cover about 95% of the out-of-pocket cost on reconstructive dental work I need to smile for the first time ever. Where do you live? I manage a dental laboratory in Oklahoma City. I would be willing to find a DR to work with you if you live close and make the dentures for free. If you can find a dentist local to you willing to do the extractions and send me the impressions, I will make the dentures for the dentist for free and send them to you. Edit. Wow, thanks for the silver. I just know this man's struggle. I see it every single day in my line of work and would hate to see someone struggle when I could use my abilities to help. Gold as well. I rarely comment on here as I just like to browse. Thank you. Now platinum. This is my first time getting any award. I don't feel worthy, but thank you everyone. Turn that frown. Wait. I had similar problems. My teeth were so bad that I never wanted to smile in front of anyone. I was always super embarrassed and self-conscious, and I couldn't afford any dental work on my own. After I broke one of my front teeth, I was desperate and went to a dentist just to ask about options, and they brought up that they take CareCredit. It's a credit card that works at a lot of medical and veterinary facilities. CareCredit will approve damn near anyone. My credit was kind of garbage, but I still got approved for a $4,000 limit. I went to the dentist like 6 times over the course of 3 months and maxed out my limit, then spent the next 2 years paying it off. They offered 48 months of no interest. Once it was paid down, I went back to the dentist and got another $4,000 of work done, and spent the next 2 years paying it off again. I need to do the whole routine one more time, but after the first round of work, where they focused on my front teeth, I finally felt like I could smile openly without being embarrassed or ashamed for the first time in 10 years. Anyway, long story short, look into CareCredit. Even if it takes you years to pay it off, and even if they give you a shitty interest rate, it is so worth it. I almost cried the first time I saw my smile after my front teeth were fixed. Combined with an unexpected bonus, literally unheard of with my company before now, it would pay off a loan of mine, freeing up $300 a month to pay off the rest of my debts, allowing me to be debt-free in roughly a year. Just freeing up that $300 a month would give me a shit ton of breathing room. This is me. I just want one thing paid off so I can spread that money out into the rest of the things, so that eventually there are no more things. I make a decent amount of money, and I could live comfortably on it if I could just get out from under the debts I incurred getting to this point. Me not being able to see shit because my current income isn't enough to buy new glasses. Question: is it the getting a new exam that is costly, or is it getting the pair of glasses that is expensive? Because, while I know not everyone shares the same RX and some can be more expensive than others, I found out that some websites online offer prices for a new pair of glasses for me at my RX for just under $70. And I don't think they verify a current prescription, so you could in theory pick up a new pair using an older prescription. Most of my debt, and I could finally get a plumber to fix the toilet and shower. Edit. Whoa, that blew up. Just to respond to the multiple comments at once asking what I've tried and of its roots, I've tried homemade cleaners with baking soda and vinegar and all, store-bought drain cleaner, industrial drain cleaner, a large plunger, and a home drain snake. I don't think we can quite reach where the blockage is with what we have. The people living here before us clogged the drains rather deliberately in the shower and sinks. We did have a guy come out, he plunged it but he didn't fix it. Obviously took the money though. I believe the blockage is still within the plumbing for the house, and not related to roots, as the toilet is just broken not blocked, and our kitchen sink, which is the final drain on the line as far as I can tell, still runs, as does the downstairs shower drain, but everything which would drain before that backs up. That's actually part of the reason I'm somewhat scared to try and mess with it further myself instead of calling a plumber. Because I don't want to push it further down and cause the two working drains to block up too. Edit. I am trying to get to all the replies and questions. I'm in QLD just south of Brisbane, in Logan for the low collar askers who know where that is. While I super appreciate any suggestions anyone has for plumbers, and I will write them down because I support quality local work when I can, I really don't have spare money right now to pay people. I wouldn't let the issue drag if I could currently spare the few hundred or whatever it will be for a plumber. That money went to the last dodgy guy unfortunately, and that complaint is still in the hands of the relevant bodies. I'm a plumber, DM me and maybe I can help talk you through fixing it yourself. Buying my insulin. $2,273 for a 3-month supply. Insurance restarts next month and I have to meet my deductible, then I pay %20 of that. That's just my insulin, not test strips or pump supplies. Makes me wonder if it's worth it to stay alive at times. Holy crap, that's so expensive. There's an online Canadian pharmacy online that you can buy from with a prescription from a doctor. You will pay a lot less. Get what you're already taking. It's just sourced from a different pharmacies in different countries. Canada, UK, Madagascar, Ireland, India and more. All are certified name brand or generic and 100% safe. You only have to make sure that you keep track of when you need them, cause it can take up to 3 weeks to get to you. I used to work for one, and you really don't need to pay what you do in America. You can get them cheaper. Edit. The ones that are safe require prescriptions and don't call you unless you are a customer and have an order pending. I'm also a type 1 diabetic. I'm not sure where you're located, but the Walmart around me do $25 of short and long acting insulin. There's a ratio from regular insulin to that, but it's better than 2,200. Moving home. I need a lot of adaptations to any property I live in, and this would help me get much closer to being independent. Hey, I hope you have much success in this goal of yours. I'd be able to pay off 10% of my student loan. Wahoo. It'd help put a small dent in mine as well. I'd move away from my toxic family and start somewhere new. AWW, sorry to hear. Why do families have to be dumb sometimes? A hearing aid. Years in the Navy destroyed my hearing. Even insurance doesn't cover hearing aids in the US. The VA can't help? Might be a long process, but you should push the issue. Hopefully you at least get disability for it. I get 10% for mild tinnitus in one ear. What? Ears are some sort of luxury organ that you need to pay extra for? You should file a service-related claim with the VA. My friend has tinnitus from being in the army. He gets a disability check at $140 a month till he dies. I'd be able to get my meds. I wanna trust you, but that username. A car. Single parent. Special needs child. Pretty much zero money. I couldn't even afford a fishing license, so my son and I wouldn't be trapped in my house until Reddit helped me. So beyond grateful for that, getting a car would allow me transportation so I can work part-time next month when my son starts school again. And I think $5 would be enough to get me a car to last a few years until I get more financially stable. If by some miracle of generosity or luck, you find yourself with $5K to spend on a car, don't. Spend $3K. Buy a used Camry or Corolla. They're cheap to buy parts for, easy to work on, and tend to not break often. Don't be scared of 190k miles on 03 Corolla. That's not worn out, that's barely broken in. The other 2k is enough to replace damn near any part on the car twice. I hope it gets better for you. I've definitely been there. Wheels are something too many people take for granted. My need to get $5,000. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I really don't see how someone giving you $5,000 would solve that problem. I can't go back to college until I pay the $4,500 I owe the university because I had to drop out of a semester. My car broke down. I had no way to get 40 minutes away, had to get a new job and everything. I'm a semester away from finishing my degree. Same-ish situation here. I owe $3,000 for classes I did not sign up for or attend. Talked to my advisor. Told him I needed to pull out for a semester due to life, full-time job, full-time mom, full-time student, and driving my mother 120 miles every other day for 3 months for radiation treatment, and he said no problem, he'd take care of it. Went to enroll the next semester, and this. I fought it for a number of years before just giving up. I'm 1 year away from a bachelor degree in psychology, and because of this horse shit, it'll never happen. Literally nothing. I've fucked up so bad, $5,000 wouldn't make an ounce of difference. $5,000 would help you run away and start fresh. Or at least get a nice bottle of the good stuff to forget for a while. I could pay off my business credit card and stop deluding myself that I can actually make it work. Kidney failure. Buy a new smoker and buy more barbecue supplies. And maybe build a panic room for when my wife finds out how I spent $5,000 on more barbecue stuff. $5K? What are you buying? A new grill, a smoker, a dry aging fridge, and a new deck to put it all in? I would buy all of my student supplies for my class and take them on a great field trip. Even if you never get that trip, I bet your kids love you already. Last month me and my neighbor got in a big argument and I ended up throwing a brick through his car windshield, and he says unless I pay him $5,000 to fix it he's gonna tell the whole neighborhood what I did, and then I won't be invited to the big neighborhood picnic at the end of summer. You gotta double down, bro. Need more bricks. Managed to move out of an abusive parent's house twice now. I'm sleeping on a mattress and the only furniture I have is the desk I managed to grab for free. Plan to continue going to school and finish that, so money is scarce. Buying furniture, decent clothes and other living basics would be immediately solved with $5K. Not sure if this is a thing where you live, but in my city there is a Facebook group called something along the lines of Free to a Good Home. And it's just a bunch of random things people don't need and are willing to donate to someone in need. I had a friend who was unemployed for almost a year and she got so many things on there that helped her through her rough patch. We're talking crutches, wheelchair, food, clothing, furniture, lamps, sheets and comforter, TV, pet food, etc. You should try looking up things like that in your area. Edited to add, she also met several great people through things she got for free, and a lot of them heard her story and would go out of their way to find things she specifically needed. I could visit my mom and stepdad in Houston. I live in Houston. I'll visit your mom and stepdad for a lot less than $5,000. You've been outbid. Capitalism, baby. I could help my girlfriend not lose her kid to her asshole baby daddy. For 1k, I know some people who'll take care of the baby daddy. Hire someone to paint the house. I can't do stuff like that anymore because my legs are messed up. Edit. Wow. Thanks for all the offers. It warms my heart that there are so many good people out there. I don't know if it'll actually get done, but thank you. Articulation speech issues. I looked into a coach, but they are really pricey. With $5k I could finish remodeling this damn house, sell it for what I want, and get out from under this mortgage. At this point I'd probably suck my grandpa's dick to get this house finished and sold. Call him and see if he has 5k. New water heater. Fix my severely cracked windshield. Fix the front bumper on my car that's been messed up since a month after I bought it. It was hit overnight by someone who decided not to stick around. My kids' school supplies and new school clothes. Finish the bathroom in the basement. Fill in the gaping hole in my basement that a pipe needed to be replaced. That would about knock 5k out, I'd think. Quite a few probs solved though. My husband lost his job. Shit went downhill for a while. Both our cars needed repairs. Eventually both were scrapped, but we just ate through our savings. Husband has a new job now. It is a 2-hour drive away. He commutes for 4 hours a day, wasting $900 a month in gas. Because we have little savings left, and we are spending so much money on travel, we can't afford a down payment on a house closer to his work. The rental market there is non-existent. $5,000 could put our family in a new house, and my husband could be home for dinner with his kids again. The IRS off my ass for failing to file my taxes properly cause it was my first time. A $5,000 mistake. I would be able to afford 4 years of parking at my university. Yay.